You worked it too hard. Nice, because I was like, man, I lifted much more than this and it did it no problem. Yeah, I ain't shutting off my truck for $10. When I say people work for pennies in my area, they work for pennies, and I'm not kidding.
Not a hell of a deal.
Yeah?
You're not going to get one anywhere this size. I thought this was over 20 grams.
You know, we're not balling like you yet. We can't buy it cash. What's up, you guys? Andre here with Jack of All Trades. We're actually headed to the dealer right now to buy some new filters for the mini skid. And hopefully that does the trick. I'm kind of skeptical because the machine was still overheating yesterday. And it was weird. It's not like it's overheating and it won't run. It like, basically, it was like 93 degrees and it started flashing on and off. And I was like, what the heck? Because I just started the machine. And then it went away on its own. And it ran fine. I'm like, what on earth? So, yeah, I might have to take it in. But I want to try this first because I need the machine. And I don't know how long the dealer is going to keep it. And if they keep it long, they better give me a replacement. Because I didn't buy a new machine to not be able to use it if I need it. You know what I mean? But, yeah. I also swapped my plates on my truck this morning because they were running on dealer plates and they expired this morning actually, so perfectly I timed it perfectly. But I totally forgot to go pay for tags for my trailer, so I'm running on expired trailer tags right now. Don't recommend it, but I guess I totally forgot. I need to go pay taxes because when you buy out of state you gotta pay taxes when you bring it back to your state. This is where I bought my mini skid and stump grinder. Got a lot of equipment in stock. This little giant looks pretty sick. I think it's like a good comparison to the Avon because they're both on rubber wheels. Very nice machine. Looks pretty beefy too. I know they can lift a lot and very high. This is the brush cutter I run for my mini skid, I think. Yep, exactly it. Same one. They got a used ditch switch for sale. I think this is probably from one of their rental units because they rent equipment and then they also sell it. I better not walk out of here with some new attachments. No, I'm not, but look, they even got a used Toro for sale. Someone probably traded this in. And check out these new whackers. Sheesh, I love the yellow. Too expensive. Look, that's a good comparison. The SM60 is like a joke for what we do. It's a really nice machine for really tight spaces, but for what I do, it wouldn't work just because it's way too tippy. That's the 100, and that's the beefy 120 right here with the wide tracks. This thing is clean. And this one comes with weights already, so installed, you see, and on both sides. I had to buy them on mine over here. Controls are different too. More simple on this one.
Yeah, I would pop that out and check to see if there's gunk on the end of it. Like actually strip it out of the aluminum. Just be careful because that's aluminum threads. You don't want to strip them. So when you're putting it back in, make sure it's right.
Okay.
But
Chainsaw paradise over here. This is what I want.
I watched you go pick up that trailer too.
Yeah? It's a nice trailer. Yeah, it's pretty beast, man. I mean, I had it loaded down bad and it lifted. I was like, wow, okay.
You put some massive logs in on it.
Yeah. Gotta work it, you know. Buy a heavy duty to work it. I mean, why would you work it like a light duty trailer when you buy a heavy duty one, you know what I mean?
Load it down and go.
Yeah. All right, man. Take care. That was funny. Service tech at Harco said, man, I watched you on YouTube. Said he was looking something for a whacker and I popped up. That's so funny. I just got hooked up on this, man. I did not expect this. I was about to have to pay like $100, but Liam, the guy that sold me the equipment, he said, I got you, bro. So he hooked me up. If you need any equipment needs at Harco, he will hook you up. And I was just talking to him about this. He's like, you ready for this giant? I'm like, nah, man. He's like, it compares to the Avon pretty good though, huh? He's like, yeah, only thing is like you sit further back and has more metal than plastic. Avon's like the opposite, I guess. This right here is what I want. If you need any whacker, he's a whacker dealer and all this. So he actually gives people good prices. He will negotiate the price down with you. So if you need something, a lot of guys actually travel from out of state to come talk to him because he's probably one of the best priced ones around. Oh dang, I didn't even know this thing has 3 weights over here. Wow, that's impressive. Like, how much could this thing lift? That's a big boy right here. This is what I want one day, an excavator like that. And a bigger trailer. If I ever get equipment like this, I'm gonna get a 20-footer, taller sides, 8 foot wide, so I can load over the fenders and everything. That mulcher is insane. I'm going to replace these filters when I get on the job site, and if it still does it, I'll take it into them because it's most likely a sensor issue, because it just makes no sense. These filters are supposed to be replaced at 250 hours, and mine are only at 175, 180 or something, so something's totally off. If I was doing grading every day, that makes sense, you know, but I'm not in dirt all the time. I'm mostly like on turf and stuff, moving stuff around, so that's why my radiator wasn't even clogged, you know, but I still cleaned it, made sure it was spotless. But I guess time will tell after I run it today. Hopefully it doesn't happen again, because it sucks when it does, but if it does, it's supposed to be that sensor, because we took it off. He was hoping there would be gunk stuck on it, but there was nothing stuck on it. It was clean coolant, nothing in it. It looks like it's about to start raining big time, man. That sucks. I was trying to get this job done today. I'm still hoping it can, because I don't want to come back again. I want to get it done in one stop. But I just fueled up the machine. $45, bro, for a mini skid. That's like half of a truck tank. I got some big tanks on this thing. Almost got a bigger tank than my truck. Nah, but it's pretty much half the size. Do I regret choosing Whacker over Bobcat, Vermeer, or Ditch Witch, or all these other brands? Nah, I don't. It's so close to me. It's local. Plus, these machines are absolute beasts. They're workhorses, man. They look nice. I love the yellow. They pops, you know. We'll see how long the paint will last before it fades, but I'm hoping it won't fade. Also, the warranty that they come with, it is just absolutely phenomenal. 2,000 hours or 2 years from the factory. Let's go, you know. I mean, that's pretty good to me if you ask me. Who offers that? Usually everyone offers a year, you know. Yeah, you can buy extended warranty from all the other stuff, but that's extra money too. So I didn't buy extra warranty on this, but I believe Liam said that if you want extra warranty before you're out, just let me know and I'll sell it to you. So I might do that. I'll have to price it out. I don't even know how much it costs. If you're not under warranty, and let's say you break something, like an engine goes out or seizes up, I don't know, you know, anything can happen. That'll cost you a lot of money, but if you have the warranty, you can sleep better at night and you don't have to stress out as much when stuff does break, because you can just take it in. So that's the big plus of having the warranty. Another reason why I chose to do business with Liam is because he seems like a pretty honest guy. I don't know him on a personal level, but from what I've seen, he seems like pretty legit. And his price, man, his price was way better. These whackers are way more affordable than a Bobcat, I think. Not way more, but at least a couple G's when it was on sale. I don't know about now, because I think they're normally like $36.5 and Bobcat's around $40. And but it was on sale for $34,000 when I bought it, and the interest rate was 2.99. Right now they're offering 0% interest rate. I'm like, bro, I wish I would have just waited and bought it now. But it's like, I can never catch that 0% APR. No matter how hard I try, I always miss it. But it be what it be. Can't complain. 2.99 is not that bad. Plus, it's not going to be 34,000 right now. I think it's going to be like 36.5. So, kind of makes up the difference. But, you know, I wish I would have got at zero with the 34K. That would have been nice. So I didn't clean the filter after the last job I did, so it did get dusty again. But as you see, that is a big difference. This is a red flag to me right here. Why does it have silicone? I hope the stuff doesn't melt and go inside my engine, but I probably put it there because that won't happen. But yeah, this is the small one because it's a dual filter. Super easy to replace. Just open it and put it in. I like this about Whacker a lot. Apparently they have every connection marked so you don't over tighten it, because it is aluminum and you can strip it very easily. All hydraulics. So that's very nice that they do that. Prevents like people that are more like DIYers and not mechanics to not mess up, you know what I mean? Alright, this is the job right here. Customer tried to burn some mulch and that didn't go well. So she's not burning it anymore. But there's mulch piles everywhere. So whatever mulch I can't fit, I'm just going to spread out, make it look nice. I'm going to leave this firewood for her because I think she wants to keep that. but she hired a company to come cut some trees down for her, and they dropped more than they needed to. And I'm gonna say maybe because stuff got caught up and they had to drop it, and they just left the big logs for her, and she can't deal with it. She's overwhelmed, she said. The access to this backyard sucks, unfortunately, so it is making the job harder. But that's why you got to charge a little more, because you got to make sure you're charging. If a job is like super easy on the road and you come pick it up, you can't charge the same as something in the backyard that's hard. I don't want to be like that, you know. If someone makes it easy on me, I'm gonna charge them less. If they make it hard on me, they're gonna have to pay a little more, because more work is involved. I'm burning more fuel, taking higher risk, because you have to drive slow on these slopes, because if you go too fast, you'll tip over. But we'll get it started. I charged $1,000 for this job, so should come out pretty good. One full load, I'm assuming. We'll see though once we get it loaded. I'll start recording some videos for you guys shortly, but this is my access. I got this hill right here to climb. I got this gate over here. It's not that big, but it's not that small. My whacker can fit through it, no problem. I just have to lift over the fence when I got big pieces. This car right here has to stay. It's also imported from Japan, so I gotta be extremely careful to not hit it. Go through here, down this driveway. It's cracked, broken in a bunch of pieces down there and up here. There's just no access to load because of the trees from the side, so that's what I gotta do. Look how much tools I have over here. This is absolutely ridiculous. I totally forgot to get my bigger chainsaw today, but I have my small one with me, and I got a new chain. With the new chain, this saw is an absolute monster. So I'm gonna swap it out because my other one is dull. And I also don't have the key to take it off properly, so I'm using this socket set with an impact. Super easy. You can make anything happen as long as you're willing to. For those of you guys that never change the chain, it's super easy. If you're not confident, watch a YouTube video and you'll learn. But after you see it how it's done once, and you'll know it's super easy. I got the saw all ready to rip. If you guys are looking for like a starter saw, this is actually not a bad option because it's pretty affordable and it does a pretty good job. Obviously you're not cutting 20-inch logs super easy with it, but it can do it. Even though it has an 18-inch bar, you can go to the other side and cut. You want to get a bigger saw if you're cutting big boys, but this for small logs, or even like, you know, 17-18 inches, it does it good because it has enough power. But once you start getting into like the bigger stuff, it struggles a bit. But the big thing about it, it's light, so you're not going to get tired hauling it around all day. Super good. I'm quite impressed. It's definitely running better than it did, and I hope it stays that way. I hope it was just as basic as the build. We're getting it, baby. This mini skid just picked up this whole pine tree. They got power in them, especially when something is like long, because it's very well balanced. Yeah, it's not too safe moving it around, but to lift it up, they'll do it no problem.
when the logs are cut up into small pieces, the best way to do is to hop up here and hand stack them, kind of push them in the gaps. That way you can fit a lot more, because if you don't do that, you're not gonna fit that much in one load. So like as I'm loading, after a couple loads, I'll come push them into the gaps, keep loading. And then the top over there, I always stack the most because I got the extra walls up there. And then like over here, whenever I put big logs on top, I'll strap them down, that way they don't roll over when I'm driving. Making pretty good progress so far. I'm gonna continue bringing in logs, but first I'm gonna level this out. That way I can continue to like fit quite a bit in here. That way I don't leave gaps. No kidding, this is a workout. Logs are no joke, especially when you do a bunch at once. Yep, it's still doing the same thing. No way it's actually overheating, reading 136, because I was just running it at close to 150 and it was not on. But apparently when the machine sits a bit, you'll turn it back on, run it. Oh look, it just went away. Still at 136. It's weird, bro. It's weird. Don't like it, but I gotta deal with it for now. And it won't happen when you're running it. It's when you hop off, which makes no sense. You know what I mean? It makes sense for it to be a sensor because those filters are supposed to last up to 250 hours, like I said earlier. So, you know, I thought maybe the filters are bad, but nope. There's no way they were bad. They were dirty, but they were still supposed to be good. I have no idea how many logs are in here, but I hope they fit, and whatever doesn't fit, it will have to stay. I'm gonna cut this, get it out of the way, but I won't load it in the trailer now, just because I'm gonna load this on top of everything. So I'm going around the property and picking up, yeah? I'm going around the property picking up all the loose brush that's around, and I'm just gonna hide it in the woods. They have random piles. I can't haul all of it away. I fit as much as I can. I'll show you guys, it's a load, so all this other stuff's just gonna get pushed. But I let the customer know before I got started that all of it won't fit. It was supposed to be 2 loads, but it wasn't in her budget. So I'm just doing as much as I can for the $1,000, you know what I mean? Look at these people, they got a big old pile. But this is starting to look much better. I just gotta spread all the mulch and everything and we'll be good to go. This whacker definitely put in some work today. That's a load up there. I'm gonna have to definitely strap it down and tarp it down because, yeah, it looks sketchy going down the road like that. It's a load. I wonder how heavy it is. Pretty much all done over here for now. Customer is happy. She paid me even before I raked the property how happy she was. But the mulch I kind of just spread everywhere and I fit as much as I can onto the trailer. That thing is loaded. I had to strap the front and the back down. But man, this looks so much better. Like you can walk through here now, and obviously it's not perfect because for perfection you need to haul away 2 loads. But this will do. There's still some logs over here. I moved logs from the front. I could have got these in, but the front was more important. I didn't record because there wasn't much over there. And I also spread mulch over there too. Well, this is what's left here. This is all mulch. Not bad though, came out pretty nice. Yeah. Hey, this guy found me on YouTube and he said, we got gravel now. He saw the video when they were out. That was funny. What happened to that excavator?
The belt flew off of it, and you got a special order of belt from John Deere.
Yeah?
So it ain't gonna be here until Tuesday.
You worked it too hard.
I work everything too hard.
Hey.
Mini X over there I'm running now, overheating.
Really?
Yeah, I gotta sit there and let it idle down.
Wait, that's a Mini X right there?
No, not that.
Okay, because I'm about to say that's not no Mini
Hey,
X.
I heard you call that an excavator.
Yeah.
That's not.
What is that
That's
thing?
a knuckle boom.
Knuckle boom?
Yeah, it's a knuckle boom. It's called a tiger cam.
That's crazy. That thing is massive. Do you know the lifting capacity?
It ain't much.
No?
No, it ain't much, but it's got radio, AC in it.
It looks like a lot to me.
Yeah. That one's got a radio but no AC, but that's our biggest one.
Yeah?
That's our biggest one here.
Nice. I just made such a funny mistake lifting this. I'm like, why is it not lifting? I lifted much more than this and it did it. I had it locked over here. So I had this chain wrapped around that hook because when you're doing equipment, you don't want it to lift up. And because it's so long, I don't have jack stabilizers, it will lift up if you don't lock it. Yeah, but I was surprised because I was like, man, I lifted much more than this and it did it no problem. Ooh, look at that. That's a load, baby. That's my favorite operator right there. That man is funny. He really does overwork his stuff. I needed to ask him if he's ever tipped anything, but I forgot. Drive forward. Oh, dang it. That big old log just slipped. Should be fine though. Downfall of having these things, I guess. I got caught up on this. Totally fine, didn't break anything. Oh, that tree sap. Surprised this didn't come out. Just about to push that whole load with this thing. That's impressive, I gotta say. The power on these things is just ridiculous. I feel like soon everyone in my area is gonna know who I am, which is a good thing. I can't complain at all. I want people to know who I am because I want to network with more people. That way, that's gonna help me stay more busy. So if you're not networking with people, I'm sorry, but what are you doing, bro? Go network with people because when you don't have work,
someone else has work and you can work with them, or vice versa. It's all about networking. When I was talking to the excavator guy at the dump, he was like, oh yeah, I seen that guy with the F-250 because he comes sometimes, because Hammer uses my trailer sometimes when he needs him if I'm not on the job with them. And yeah, that's pretty cool. A lot of people actually enjoy having Hammer. I love that dude, but I can't have him on every video, unfortunately, no matter how much I wish I could, because it'd be more entertaining. A lot of people just want to watch Hammer time. Yeah, it's fun watching him. Always gets me dead. He's like the funniest cowboy you'll ever meet. I'm headed back to the job site to pick up the mini skid, about 23 minutes away. And when I was cleaning up, I got a call from another guy saying he has a riding lawnmower that's been sitting for about 10 years and it's stuck in drive. In my head, I'm like, perfect. I'm going to pick up my mini skid. It's already going to be loaded up on the trailer and it shouldn't be too far from that job. So should be a pretty nice job. Hopefully we get it. I'm hoping it's as easy as me just hopping out, unloading the machine, picking it up with a grapple and loading it back in. I hope it's going to be that easy, but we'll see. Let's see if we even get it. I just got a call about removing a grill from Braselton, which is not too far from me, and I'm going to be in that area tonight either way, and that's going to be a nice easy job. But then someone else called me this morning saying that they needed a dish satellite removed, and I told them $80, which is my minimum for a single item. That's what I'm going to charge, $80. You know, it doesn't matter, you know, it's scrap metal, I know it is, but there's not much money to be made recycling, maybe like 50 cents. So I called her back right now to see. I was going to probably do it for cheaper, like $60, if she would be available, because I would be like literally next door. I'll just toss it in my trailer. But she said that she got someone that's coming to pick it up tomorrow for $10. Yeah, I ain't shutting off my truck for $10. When I say people work for pennies in my area, they work for pennies, and I'm not kidding. I'm gambling roughly $15 to $20 in fuel driving to this estimate right now. It is like 33 minutes away, but I don't know, man. I just have way better luck about getting jobs in person than over text, because people can't really understand the value you're bringing unless you're in there in person and you explain it to them. So to me, it's worth the gamble. But we'll see, you know. Obviously, you can't win them all, and that's okay at the end of the day. But, you know, you got to do what you can to get them. And for me, going out in person, meeting with the person, shaking their hand is what is most likely going to give me the job.
Worries, man. This is the mower right here. That's funny. You said his name was Pablo?
Uh-huh.
I wonder how...
That's the name of his company, too. It's Pablo Junk Removal.
That's interesting. Maybe he saw me on the internet, because I never met him. I guess I need to meet Pablo.
Yeah, he gave me your
Yeah, he just gave me a
He
lead.
said you're in Jefferson. He wasn't real sure you did this area, that you had the
Yeah.
equipment that I would need to get rid of it.
Yep. Now, I'm in Winder, but I go to Jefferson like daily.
Oh, okay. He thought you was in Jefferson.
Yeah. I wonder where he found me. That's so interesting.
I should know you from Jefferson. Saw you in Jefferson.
Yeah, maybe.
Works for some concrete pouring company where they build high rises with the tall concrete cranes that pump it. They were showing me pictures of it on the side.
On the side?
The junk removal was a side business.
And where does he live?
In Gwinnett. He should live in Gwinnett.
In Gwinnett. You want me to record your truck, put it on YouTube?
You can.
You want me to? Show off. Where's your stump grinder?
Right now I'm contracting everything out.
Oh yeah?
25
years?
Yeah. Well, I started in 2021, so 24 years.
24 years, wow, man. That's crazy. So how is it going well, contracting everything out?
Yeah, I got 3 different companies that I give them the work, and they just give me a cut at it.
Yeah, what was the percentage you charge for the cut?
20.
20? And do you sell the job, or they sell it when they go out?
They sell it.
We might need a network, because I do stumps too.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay, you want me to start sending you some work?
Yeah, we could work something now.
Okay.
I could work with that.
Yeah.
As long as it's a good lead, 20%, you shouldn't have a problem paying 20%, you know what I mean?
It's all on the honest program. I mean, whatever you charge, you just send me a check at the end of the month, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just,
And those guys take care of
give
you?
them your phone number, and they call you directly. What I usually do, they
Uh-huh.
leave me a voicemail. I forward the voicemail, and you call as if you're a stuntman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You just tell them I'm calling about your stumps, and then they tell you where they live and all that.
That's interesting. That's a good way to do it. You don't do anything and you make money.
Well,
Just outsource it, huh?
I ended up going back to work with AT&T,
Uh-huh.
and I went back to them, so I was doing it on the side and hired people. And I had 3 machines going, 3 different people working for me. And one of them ended up having my machine stolen from him. And
What?
then come to find out, he had it set up to be stolen. He left it on the side of the road with the trailer and said he had to go get some wood for a ramp, and came back and it was gone.
That's insane.
Yeah. So, and I still owe 20 grand. I just taken out a business line of credit on that machine. It was a $60,000 machine. And I still owed 20 grand on it when it was started. I had to keep making payments on a machine I didn't have.
That
so
sucks.
then the other 2 machines, I ended up selling those when I went back to AT&T. I'm a manager for AT&T too. But when I went back there, I sold those, but I kept my website now. And all the ones that were my competition, I just started sending them my work. And so I've kept my website all this
Nice.
time because I've been on there longer than anybody else.
Yeah, because when you called me, it said the stuntman was calling. So I was like, interesting.
Yeah.
When I called you, did my company pop up or no, just the number?
Well, just your phone number.
That's interesting because it's weird. Sometimes it pops up for some people it doesn't.
Right. I don't know who does that either. It's not anything I did that I paid for. Right.
It's a Google thing. I think if I would have called you first, maybe it would have popped up. But maybe because you reached out first, maybe that's why. I don't know. It's interesting.
Not a hell of a deal.
Yeah?
You're not going to get one anywhere this size. I thought this was over 20 grand.
Yeah, nah. They're pretty affordable. They're out in Yulee, Florida for what they sell. I think they got the best prices around. They're competing with like Diamond C.
Uh-huh.
But, well, technically they're competing with everybody. But I think they got some of the best prices for the quality they build because this thing's heavy duty. I mean,
smart for getting this size for this area. If you're out in the country, the great big skid steers, I mean, they get a lot of work. But around here, you got tiny yards.
yeah, like the job I just did right now, no way you're doing that with a full-size skid steer unless you're removing that fence.
And you got to charge more when it's a small area. People don't understand that, but you do.
Yeah, because it's you do more trips back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And these machines are pretty much the same cost as a big one. Actually, if you were to buy a used, the small ones are more expensive.
Because there's more demand.
Yeah, like you could buy a used big one for cheap, but it's going to be beat on, of course. But
Right.
same thing with these. But they hold their value well for some reason.
Well, some grunters do too. And it's amazing
Yeah.
because they beat themselves to hell too.
Yeah.
You know, but they do. I mean, 400 hours on one's not but a couple $1,000s less than a brand new one.
Yeah, yeah. It just makes no sense sometimes to buy used because people are selling them for what they cost new. And I'm like, nah. Like, I think if you have the cash to buy a used, yeah, go ahead. But if you got to finance a used, might as well get new because if it breaks and you got a payment on it, then you're in trouble. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And that's what I did. I mean, I didn't want to go through the finance of Vermeer. So what I did is I took out a business line of credit.
Yeah.
Because it was at that time I paid 7% interest because it was higher interest rates then. But with Vermeer, they were like 8.5%.
Yeah.
And so I
Wow.
just took out a business line of credit, so I didn't have insurance or theft insurance on it. If I'd have went through Vermeer, I would have had theft insurance.
Yeah, I got theft I don't know if it's theft insurance, but I got insurance like if
Well,
I'll
they call
flood
it-
it or
They
something.
call it fire and marine, I believe, but it covers theft.
Yeah.
And if you get a loan through the equipment companies, they require you get it.
Yeah, I got it. So that it's costing me like $60 a month. This machine is $750 a month with the insurance.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's a $40,000 machine with a grapple in the bucket after tax, you know.
Right.
And it's a 3% rate. Whacker's got special
You
rates.
got 3%?
Yeah, 2.9. Right now they got 0, man.
What?
Yeah. I never catch the 0%, unfortunately. Every time I try to buy something, like on my truck, I got almost 8.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
Because I got all this stuff financed. It's expensive to buy all this stuff cash.
Shoot shot.
You know, we're not balling like you yet. We can't buy it cash.
No, I hear you.
Hey, what's your opinion on palm trees in Georgia, though? Because I see you have one. I love palm trees, but they look kind of sad to me in Georgia.
Well, I tell you, I did a stump grinding job for a lady in Snellville, and she had 3 little palm trees around her pool. And I asked her, I said, "You think these things going to live?" She said, "Yeah, I'm from Chicago. These things lived in Chicago. They're called windmill palms." And she said they got them on sale up at Home Depot right now. That's where I got these. I went there. There was one left at Home Depot, $20. And that thing was about this tall. And I planted that. It's over 20 years old now.
Wow.
Well, close to it. I probably planted that around 2005, and it was about this tall.
Yeah. It looks pretty nice. I like the size.
With my shoulder, I can't right now, but I can take the pruners.
Uh-huh.
I got them that's on the stick, a little saw.
Yeah.
And I get those brown ones off. But right now, I can't lift my shoulder. So I can't
Gotcha.
get them. But as soon as it's better, once I finish my therapy and can reach above my head, I'm gonna knock those off. Because if you take those off, it looks a lot better with just the,
Yeah. As long as you maintain them, they're good. Yours actually looks really healthy for Georgia. I've seen so many around that have only like one leaf. I'm like, and it's dead.
I know.
I'm like, what on earth?
It looks better. It's each of those I've cut.
Yeah.
Each year I cut them.
Why do you leave that stuff? You can't cut it out fully?
I probably could have. It's just where my pruners were at.
Gotcha. Yeah, it looks good, man. I want some palm trees too. This is like the only access, so I'm gonna go through here. Put down this piece of plywood to catch the rock. That should help. So the yards are very soft because we got a lot of rain. So I had to do a bunch of churning around instead of just kind of like easy and grab it. And it won't fit through the gate, but the mini skid lifts it over, no problem. You want to save the blades for the future? Maybe you can still save them for a regular mower.
Sell them as antiques, maybe.
I'm kidding. Man, this thing's amazing on jobs like this. All it took was to get into this backyard for this whacker to start throwing air coats again. I gotta take it in. It's definitely a sensor issue. 131 degrees. Come on now, man. Yeah. I didn't record coming out, but I'll record you guys me loading this. I think I'm just gonna back it up with it hooked up to the grapple. Hey, look at this.
A lot of thin metal on there, on that hood. That
Yeah.
that it was holding.
The hood failed.
You grab it down there around the engine, I think it's bolted on better.
Yeah, that's what I had to do the second time. That's crazy. I can't believe it went the whole way over the fence. Thank goodness it didn't fall on the fence. Huh?
Oh, I know. Yeah. Jump off. That's where it needs to jump off.
Yeah, it's rusted.
I'll blow this away.
No, I'll clean it up for you, boss. Don't worry.
I gotta blow it.
I do too. Ain't no way I'm gonna let you clean up my mess. Especially with a broken arm. Come on, man.
Rotated my second one. I had rotator cuff surgery in December 22, and it didn't take. So I had the rotators redone just in March. second go around, worse than the first.
You ever scrap metal?
No, I never did fool with that.
It's not.
That's what they give you.
But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it home. I have another dump trailer that I separate metal, so I'll
dump it in that
I'll just pick it up with a grapple and just toss it in that trailer,
until it's
and then
full, huh?
save me some money on dump fee.
Yeah, until it's full, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's hard to get it full. Usually I just go take it whenever I need a trailer.
Right.
But nah, I don't think this weighs 700 pounds.
It's pretty heavy because we tried
I don't know, my machine.
trying to move that thing. It is heavy.
It's heavy, but my machine didn't even hesitate to tip or anything, so I know it's not that heavy.
It's not that heavy, okay.
I'm assuming maybe 200 to 300.
I said, oh.
So they probably give me like 15 to 20 bucks in
Oh,
scrap.
okay. It seems heavier than that.
Nah, this thing, it's heavy when you do it by hand because all the tires are flat. But nah, there's no way this thing is 700 pounds. I wish it was.
I know.
Because this thing will lift, 1,100 with the weight kit. Typically it's 1,000, but because I have the weight kit, it does 1,100.
Or if they're getting a fence put in there, something like that.
Yeah, they'll want that stuff gone. I mean, I still haven't sold mulch removal. It's hard to.
Yeah.
I want to because I got the equipment to do it. I mean, it'd do so easy, just scoop it up and toss it in the trailer.
Yeah, and you'll have probably, I say 1 out of 10 people that say I need the mulch hauled off.
Yeah. See, you probably have it all the time because you do stumps full time. I don't.
Right.
I maybe grinded stumps for people maybe 30 times or so.
So having both pieces of equipment, because a stump grinder, they won't have the bobcat to get rid of the mulch too.
Yeah.
Kind of like most tree companies don't have a stump grinder. They want to spend that money on a bobcat. They don't want to spend it on a grinder.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can get in with the smaller tree companies.
This is ridiculous. I'm not even in Atlanta. This is why I'm happy I don't live in Lawrenceville, Buford area. They always got traffic. I don't want to deal with traffic. I like to just go and go, you know what I mean? But if there's a job, I'll drive out. That was a fun job for the stuntman himself. I never met him before. This was my first time meeting him. I did try to show off in the end and show the customer what this machine's capable of doing, and I totally failed. Thing just failed and due to all the rust and stuff. But luckily it didn't leak any oil or anything. It was just leaves that fell out that kind of collected over the 10 years that thing has been sitting. But basically I got this referral from a competitor, which is called Pablo's Junk Removal, which I never even knew existed. I tried to put his number in Google. His company didn't pop up. So I gave him a call twice. He didn't pick up, which is surprisingly. Pablo, if you found me on YouTube, pick up the phone, man. You never know who's calling, Could be your best customer, but you won't know until you pick up the phone. But I appreciate you, bro, for sending me this referral. Helps me out a ton. And I got to buy you lunch someday if you're watching this on YouTube. But yeah, it was a fun job overall. The customer was happy. I was going to charge like $200 for a job like this typically. But because I had the machine already loaded onto the trailer and, easy to get this job done, I just gave it to him for $160. I've done these type of lawnmower removals a couple times, and the lowest I've ever charged was $80 for one, but that's because it was on the curb, it rolled, it was simple, Now, if it would be in the yard for this mower, I'd probably be at in between 100 at the lowest, probably 120 though, you know what I mean? Just because I can roll it and I don't have to bring out equipment. Now, when you're bringing out equipment, you have to charge more because you have to somehow pay for that equipment. You can't charge the same price that you would do the job with equipment or no equipment, because that's how you're going to go out of business. I mean, how are you going to pay for the equipment if you're charging the same amount as you would do if you're doing it by hand? It just makes no sense, you know what I mean?
Let's see this grill. It'll be my first time seeing it with you guys. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Easy on wheels. I can move it with one hand. Come on now. Who wants a grill? Charcoal. It's seen better days. It ain't too bad though. Let me show you guys the setup we got going on. Grapple holding down the lawnmower. Yes, it's not strapped down. Ain't going anywhere. This thing is pretty much just as wide as my trailer. So if it's gonna swing that way or this way, the machine ain't tipping. Plus, if you drive careful, it ain't going anywhere, I promise you. This grill just chilling right there. Gotta love a 16-foot trailer. And I got more space. Could technically pick up like 2 or 3 more grills. $80, let's go. This is a nice new construction neighborhood in my area. Man, they are building homes like crazy. But I guess it's good for me and bad at the same time. Causes traffic, but also allows me to get more work. What are these people doing, bro? Are they here to look at homes? Like, I need to get through. Like, they were acting like they were in this such big hurry, and then they end up parking. Come on now. But I'm not gonna tell you guys where I got this lead from, because I need these leads to continue coming in. This is a blessing, man. I'm so surprised how this lady found me and how she's sending me free leads. I mean, you can't beat it, guys. Make sure you stand behind your work, and make sure you get your Google reviews up. Make sure you're trusted on the platforms, because that's how this lady reached out. She saw me offering my services, and then she looked up my reviews, and then she was like, whoa, I need to network with this guy. And you know, she sends me her customers. I gotta bring her some more donuts. I've been bringing her donuts, but I need to bring her more, because I need these leads to continue coming in. They're free, man. It's crazy. You know, she could obviously charge per lead, but she doesn't. She just wants to help me out. And I am so happy to take care of her customers, I gotta say. Busy day today, but I can't complain at all. I like busy days because that means I'm making money. Overall, we did 3 jobs, $1,240 total. I believe I'm doing the math correctly, because it was $1,000, $160, and then $80. So obviously that's not clean, guys. There's expenses. Truck costs money, trailer costs money, skid steer costs money. They don't run for free, so you're paying diesel, you're paying dump fees. A lot goes into it. It's not clean. There is a lot of cost with running a business. I can sit here and name it all day, but I'm not gonna do that. 14-foot dump trailer looking pretty. Man, I need to get my other ones wrapped. My other ones, LOL. But we got some scrap in here, guys. This mower is definitely not that heavy at all. My machine would at least try to tip over if it had any weight to it. It's light. Probably about 700, 800 pounds total in this trailer. Got some panels at the bottom and stuff, but it ain't much. But every little bit adds up, so that's why you want to be as efficient as possible. How many eggs we talking today, girls? It's probably for 2 days. Let me see. If it's more than 3, it's for 2 days. Yeah, definitely 2 days. Sometimes I just don't have the time to come get these eggs. Oh man, can I grab 6 with one hand? Yes, I can. These small ones, the white ones, they're from the Silky. You can tell they're different than the other ones. This is pretty much going to wrap it up for this video. So if you guys enjoyed this content, please don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.